guys want to see something interesting? I just noticed coming in, this is Equipment Express, and two escort cars. This multi-axle monster, but the truck is looks like an Oshkosh or something, like very cool looking truck, you know, with a super wide hood. So I just wanted to show you guys. Slow, so those of you with PhD can understand what I'm talking about. And by the way, that's the phrase from the movie Deja Vu. Now check this out, this guy. What the height of the truck is, I don't know. The height of the truck is, I don't know, like 3 meters, 10 feet. Shoot, and now I missed my turn. I was trying to get to Starbucks, but this guy, like I'm looking in the mirror, so it looks like they passed their entrance over there and they're backing into, oh, maybe actually no, it is an entrance to like a factory. And actually, a couple of times I hauled these, they call them, what do they call them? Self-propelled? No, not self-propelled. But they all the axles on that trailer are steerable. And they have like a remote control, and the guy can walk next to that trailer and remote and just turn the axles, you know, like independent of the driver. No, because yeah, the driver cannot do it. Like all the controls are gonna flip around, and because this guy is going very slow, I can probably show you guys again the truck, but the truck is such a humongous beast, you know. I think it's an Oshkosh, because it looks like it's fancy, like fancy grill, like normally what you don't see in army trucks, but I'm pretty sure it's the same type of truck they use in the army. But I never saw it so close, you know. And this is Cambridge, Ontario. And a couple of years ago, I saw these guys too with the same type of trailer on the same street. They were turning over here, and yeah, he's still there. They were turning over here. I was at the lights, and I stopped and I grabbed my camera, because I always carry my cameras with me, right? Okay, now I know what to do. I'm gonna grab my Panasonic. See this? Wow, and that guy, he has, so it's a 3-axle truck, so I'm guessing it's a tri-drive. And he has a lift axle right behind the cab. Okay, let me see. Do I have my card? Okay, let's switch to 1080p. Come on. 1080p recording format, 1080p. Done. Okay, so we're switching to my Panasonic. Now that's a serious heavy haul, right? So okay, so he's going, I guess they're gonna grab something from the roof. But I just look at this truck. Amazing. And all his tires are like super off-road tires, you know. Now imagine that kind of a maneuver. Like, I can tell you that's, so he backed at a, I don't know, 120-degree angle, because he was coming from my right where the pilot car is right now, like this guy. So he was coming from there, and then he had to turn at such a sharp angle, you know. So I'm guessing they're removing something super heavy, and now they're gonna wait. I don't see a crane, because of course that kind of equipment you need a crane. I like his lights on the roof. Check this out. Very cool. And so he's just backing. Oh, that way he goes. So he goes towards that, looks like a dock. Sorry, this rail is in my way, like on the right, and I don't want to move. So 2 escorts, and you see that's what these guys do. A lot of companies, they use their own escorts because it's too expensive. So it's the same company, and if you remember, at one point I was thinking about a name for my company, and I wanted to call myself, instead of SERGEI DRATCHEV Heavy Haul, I wanted to go with what was it? 55-ton Express. Yeah, and then I saw these guys, and this company is called Equipment Express, and it just doesn't sound right, you know, because it sounds like pretty much the same name, you know. And so I went with my name and heavy haul, and now of course nobody can pronounce it, you know. Oh wow. So that's a nightmare for a driver. I hope he had his coffee, you know, like to back like that. Like that's where he's sending his trailer, you see over there. So he has to back in a kind of like Z or Z figure, because that road is not straight. And with a trailer like that, I can just, you know, as a driver, I can appreciate the skill. Like even empty, but that requires, you know, very good experience to do something like that, to back in a kind of like Waverly fashion. Hold on, I'm gonna put my camera on my steering wheel. So we got him. See, that's what happens when you are prepared, right? And when I saw this guy, you know, parked like that, such a huge truck, and I thought, wait a second, where's my camera? Is it charged? You know, that my first thoughts were like, my GoPro, is it charged? and then I go in here. There's Starbucks over there, right? I go in here and I grab my my GoPro. No SD card, because I was lazy yesterday when I did a video about the PTO hoses. I left the that it uses that mini SD card that takes forever to transfer files from. I left it in that little adapter that I use, like that turns it into a regular SD card. So I had to find that inside the bag, right? And then I thought, because I might want to slow things down a little bit, you know, show you guys slow motion, I thought, okay, now I'm gonna change to 60 frames a second. So from 720p I changed to 1080p, 60 and linear angle. Like on the GoPro, this gives you kind of like it's like a little zoom, so you can see further. And then I remember, wait a second, I got a Panasonic, you know, and that's why I carry the second camera, you know. And sometimes I think of selling it, but once in a while, and that guy is still backing, he's still going further down. So he goes like this, and he's backing like very far. Yeah, I guess he could have driven in, you know, but then when he's loaded, it would be super difficult for him to get out, you know. So now this way they load him, and I guess he'll just drive out. But I don't want to sit here for 2 hours, you know, because when they load this stuff, it can take, you know, a couple of hours, and then securing this stuff can take another couple of hours. So he'll be here probably till lunchtime. But these guys will have to block the traffic again when he comes out, because he's so long. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys something that sometimes you run into, and because it's heavy haul, I thought it would be a good addition to my channel. But now that you've seen it, it's back to a coffee shop for me, and I'll start looking for a load now in earnest. So this week I gotta leave. I gotta leave with a load, and I already talked yesterday late night. I talked to a guy about a load, and he asked me for a rate, because he says he's kind of like the broker or shipper he works with. They kind of open. They just need the broker tell them the rate and if the truck is available. And so I ran the miles on Google Maps and like figured out my rate, gave it to the guy. But this was like 9 o'clock yesterday at night. I just wanted to leave a message, but surprisingly the guy answered the phone. And so maybe he'll call me back today. But if not, I'm gonna go and look at my load board, see if maybe something else popped up, you know. But this week we're gonna do load number 1. So the videos will change. Like you see now in the title, I have a description in the end, right? Episode number, then description. And once I start tracking, we're gonna use load numbers. So let's say it'll be episode 19, load 1, episode 20, load 2. And I'm not gonna put anything in description because it's getting too long. But then I'll make sure I'll take a picture of my load so you can see it on the thumbnail. Let's say, you know, a dozer or wheel loader, and I'll put it like big and bright and close up on the thumbnail, so you will know, okay, so load 3, wheel loader, load 2, excavator, you know. So we're gonna switch to this, but that's when I start hauling loads. Okay, Captain Sergei out. I need to get some coffee. Thanks for watching.